Good evening, I'm Phil Perkins. We'll be introduced to Britt Dixon and Taz Bogue in just a couple seconds, but just want to let you know we're here on Gibson Avenue between Cannon and Barton Streets here in central Hamilton. And just a couple hours ago, this street was filled with first responders, from police officers, paramedics to firefighters. But now you can see it's mainly just police officers who's keeping the street shut down, but also Union Gas after they had to, as I mentioned before, shut down the gas lines after this apparent explosion that trapped a blind man and his seeing eye dog inside. Britt Dixon was there just a couple hours ago when it happened. I understand you spoke with not only family members, but people who live in the area and kind of double as family members in this very close-knit neighborhood. And there, Taz, before we throw to you, we just have a breaking situation here. I spoke with Mayor Chris Farrell, and he told me the surge that affected Brantford here, this devastating flood, is moving towards Cayuga and Six Nations. And you can see behind me here, it looks like the fire chief has just told his crew here that they have to prepare for a water rescue at Six Nations. As you can see, they're getting ready here. They have the door closed in front of us here, closest to us, but they have a boat, a dinghy, that they're going to be shipping out over to Six Nations, which is not too far from where we're standing. They told us they're most likely in the Grand River. They're going to have to conduct this water rescue. They said it's going to be by 4th Line and Mohawk Road. Again, this happened right in the middle of Diana Weeks' pack. You can see they have a signal here telling firefighters to make their way there. We're going to have more on this, hopefully talk to the fire chief to see what's going on over in Six Nations. Again, as Mayor Chris Farrell has told me, that the surge that affected here in Brantford is moving towards areas like Cayuga and Six Nations. As you can see, it may have already hit there at this point. And as we've been telling people in those previous two packs, first responders are telling people living in these areas affected, don't go close to the moving waters. And unfortunately, people have been doing that. I've seen people get out of vans with their families taking a look at the river. Do not do that. We are expecting the temperatures to drop. Mayor Chris Field told me they're actually salting walkways because it could be getting slippery, thus slipping into the river itself. Again, so you can see here, developing news as we're happening here, a water rescue in Six Nations. We'll bring you more on this coming up. And also word from the mayor who's talking about what's going to happen with the water levels over the next 24 hours. Send it back to you. Today's throne speech was basically a creative use of your powers, and this was basically a Hail Mary to get your campaign promises out there uninterrupted.
Well, they have a different perspective, obviously.